Hello. Okay. So today we are we have covered most of the things about classes and objects in the previous sessions. Today we'll see about something called enum, and we'll move to strings. All right. So, like, anyone aware of what is an enum or enumeration in Java? Anyone have heard that term? Okay, never mind. I'll explain. Enumeration is something. It's a collection of constants. All right. Uh, when I say constants, its value is not going to change at the compile time or even at the runtime. So, what is the purpose of having one file like that, right? Because whenever you have certain functionalities where you don't require a particular value to change, either you can declare that particular value as a final, or you can particular do that using something called enum, right? We'll see the body in detail about enum. What's the problem with declaring final is it lacks certain capabilities which even enum provides, right? You can declare you'll see about final in detail in upcoming sessions, but what I'm trying to say is when you declare something as final, uh, you can declare a variable as final, you can declare a class as final, you can declare a function as final, whereas enum is a kind of little different concept. I'll show why. How you are going to create a class file, you can go on and create an enum like the same way. Let's create an enum in this particular package, right? You right click and you say new, give other, you give enum, right? And it will ask for a name. um, let's say it's a payment package, right? So what are the different payment options? Let's consider. Let's have internet banking, let's have Google Pay, Phone Pay, and Paytm. So these are the values which are not going to change over the course of our project, right? If we take payment project as an example, so let's create an enum called payment type. And if you can see, when you are creating an enum, this private and protected or disabled, right? So only an enum can be declared at a public or package level or default level. So that is one thing which we wanted to understand. I just click on finish. Now you can see instead of class, it is coming as enum, right? So that's the main difference. When you go to any class, it will come as class like this. But when you go to enum, it will come as enum. So what I will do, I'll just create two, three constants here. Let's say GPay. As you can see, every constant we create is coming in a highlighted kind of thing. In our Eclipse is highlighting that in a big bold font. And let's say every enum can be declared as a comma separated values actually in Java. Phone pay. Sorry, you cannot have space. And let's say Paytm, right? So that's all. My enum is declared. So what's the use of having something like this? Let's create a main method here. just try to print some random stuff like this. So as you can see, enum also can have main method, and it will print whatever or it will execute whatever we give there. So how can we use this enum inside our main or inside any class for that matter? We can just declare how we declare a class. For example, we can just say payment type, and the payment type is of enum. So what we can create an object like what we do for a class. Instead of creating new constructor and all, you can directly say payment type dot, let's say Paytm, right? And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to do a sysout. So let's see the output of this program. So it's coming as Paytm, right? So it is printing whatever the value we have given here. Okay. So you might ask, like, what's the purpose of doing something like declaring here, and again we are printing the same here. But you can see, like, for example, we are using payments as one of the option here. What's the payment type? I think we are using somewhere. It's in payment class, I think. Yes. So instead of payment method, we are passing as a string here. Whenever we are creating new payment thing, like something like this, let's just uncomment this, delete this. So so what we can do in the user section, instead of I mean, I'm going to add one more attribute actually. That is payment type. See, it is importing from this enum which we have created, right? And in this particular payment class, instead of string, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to replace this string with this payment method, payment type, whatever we have created actually. Again, this is not a string, so we have to change this type in this particular constructor declaration also, right? So in the user, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to create an object for payment. So instead of passing something as a string, I just can pass something like this. So now what I can do, I can just go and use this payment object and just do a sysout. If I try to run this program now, so it's printing GPay, right? What are payment with? So it's kind of a type safe. It's kind of a run safe method actually. So why we're using something like this? Because it is easy for there to maintain instead of passing string every time. It's easy for us to maintain every payment method in a single enum like this. So like it's kind of a easily maintainable, right? So every good programming practice will definitely use something like an enum. Like enum has some other capabilities will be explained shortly, but any other thing which you which doubt until now actually about enum?
Like, what is the basic difference between creating a class and
Oh, can you be a little loud? I lost.
yeah, I was just asking. So, what is the basic difference between creating a class and an
Creating a class is a kind of basic structure for every Java object. So class will have a different variables like this. We'll have a constructor like this, a number of constructors like this, and a number of methods like this. Even enum supports method, but what's the main purpose of enum is like to declare some constants like this and to make constants in a usable way in our different projects, which you cannot go and you declare in a class, right? You just cannot go and declare something like this in a class. For example, I'll just copy this ATM thing and I'll just paste it in on class. Okay, copy. Just I cannot go and declare something like this, right? It's showing me error, right? In the Java is not able to understand what it is actually. It is if you want to do something like this, you should do something similar to this. Okay, uh, final string is equal to ATM. Okay. Okay, this is some other concept like I'll explain final later. But understand that you should declare a string as a final or something like that. Then only you can use a constant like the Paytm. You cannot just go and declare something like this directly inside our class, right? So that's the difference. Um, that is why we use something like an enum actually, right? To easily maintain some constant variables across our project. Or if you want to declare something like you can use static. Mm, it's coming as error. I'm not sure. Okay, sorry. Just give me a minute. Okay, you should declare something a string like this. Okay, you can either use something like this. For example, if we use like this in our main method, where string is an object, right? As class is a class in Java. When you use something like this, you can directly say a dot. Wait, let's put some other string. Um, method, right? You cannot say something like this method dot something like because it will not come because you have declared something as final and that's not meant to be changed, right? So but how many times you will go on declare something like this? You should declare something like again final string method 2 is equal to gpay you should go and declare n number of things in final, but it takes a lot of code to do declare something like a final here and make it as a final. So whenever you want to call this directly, you should call with an object, or if you don't if you don't want to call with an object, you should do something like this. You should put a static here. We'll come to static and final like what it is in future classes, but understand that you want to do something like this. So it's kind of not feasible, right? Again, when you use static, you can directly do something like this, but still kind of it's kind of tough to maintain everything by declaring like this. So we use enum. It's kind of very easy and maintainable. That's one advantage actually. So does that answer your question? Okay. So there are one extra additional capability in enum which is kind of very useful for us. For example, inside the enum you can have something like this, right? Int value, and you can go and create a constructor for this enum, like we do for a class. If you put control enter, then it will show some suggestion to use a constructor. One important thing to note here is like the constructor created for enum is always private. It cannot be public. That is one important thing to note. So let's try to change this to public. So it is throwing an error, right? What error it is throwing? Illegal modifier, only private is permitted, right? So because this enum will indirectly extend some class called enum class, like this. You go to enum class, you can see something like this, and I can just show why it is not accepting the public modifier, because we are going to do something like we are getting the private constructor, and we are getting something called value inside this constructor. As we do, we are going to assign this dot value is equal to value as we did for a class. And once you do this, we can see some error is occurring over our enum values, right? The constructor payment method is undefined. So what happening is like each one of these values is treated as a constructor argument, constructor itself, and it is expecting some argument of type int value, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to do something like this. GPay is 1, phone pay is 2, internet banking is 3, and Paytm is 4. So this is one special advantage of enum. You can put a enum constant like this, and you can open close braces, and you can assign some value to each of enum constant. This is kind of very useful when you have to save something into a database, and you don't have to save directly this particular values at all. You can go and save this 1 2 3 4. You can map something like 1 2 3 4 in your database to something like Google Pay, Phone Pay in your code base. So that is kind of very advantage. Is one example of use case where we use something like this. So how we are going to access these values 1 2 3 and 4? Same way, we are saying Paytm payment type is equal Paytm. Instead of printing its name, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to get this Paytm thing, or yeah, Paytm thing, and when I'm just going to get its value actually. Let's try to run this program. So it's printing 4, right? So what is 4? 4 is something which we declared as an constructor argument inside this Paytm enum declaration. Is it kind of confusing, or is it understandable?
Yeah, Karthik,
Uh-huh.
can you just this enum you just started today, or you already
No, I just started
done for the
today.
last week?
Shiva.
Okay, okay. Okay, in that case, like, can you just repeat the concept again, like explain from the scratch again?
Okay. So
I just started late, 10 minutes. Sure.
yeah, sure. So enum is something which holds a list of constants, right, Shiva? So let's comment this out. So what we are trying to do with enum is like, uh, whenever you use certain thing in a Java program, right? It should wherever you use some list of constants, use values not going to change over a long time or the course of project. We use something called enum. So like forget this example, we commented this out. Let's say we created enum by general thing. We can just right click on a package and we can say enum. We can create a enum like this. This is how we created enum payment type. So what I'm going to do, I've created enum, but I'm going to create some values here, right? Okay, let's try to create a new enum itself. We'll understand better. Let's say the enum here is like a day of a week. Okay, and you can see access modifier is only public or default package level access modified here. So what I can do is like I can directly go and write a day of a week. It's not going to change. Every day of week can have only 7 values, right? Monday, Tuesday up to Saturday. So I can declare something like this. So whenever I need this constant values, I can get anywhere in our Java program, right? So if I want to get something here, I can just go and directly do something like this. So we declared enum as day of week, right? We'll just save this. Just say day of week dot Friday dot get name. So name, right? So it will print Friday itself. Try to run user. Okay. Just comment this out. So it's printing Friday, right? So this is the purpose of enum, like to get some constant values where the values are not going to change over the course of time. That's the purpose of our enum actually, right? So one more advantage of enum, as I was mentioning here, is like you can declare some constructor and initialize some values, and you can get those values at the runtime itself. For example, last time in this particular payment type enum, we have declared integer values here, 1, 2, 3, 4. But instead of integer, let's go and do some string itself here actually. So to do that, just we have to declare string here, string value. Just create a constructor here. Control enter, it will create a constructor. And just pass that string as an argument to the constructor. And just say this dot value, right? So it will expect some inputs for each and every enum you have declared. Let's say boring day. So you can go and do something like this, right? Just declare empty strings here. So something like this, I can go and declare something like this. Enum can have methods also, actually, like how we have in our classes. Enum can have this methods also. Let's say I'll just have a print method, right? Print enum. So in this print method, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to print either enum or its value inside the brackets. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to sys out. Right. So if you want to run this enum, you can have a main method also inside our enum. Create a main method here. And how we are going to call a class, similarly we can call create an object for the particular enum, actually, day of the week. Something. So you can just use this particular object to call that particular method also, right? That is also possible. So if you try to run this enum, so it's printing null, right? Why it's printing null? Because Friday we declared null, right? So instead of Friday, we can change it to, let's say, Monday itself. Let's try to run this again. So it's printing boring data. So this is how enums work. Just to maintain some list of constants and useful things, doing things like putting a value inside its, I mean, braces, and we can like get those values. Kind of very useful in many situations, actually, in real-time projects. So any doubts regarding this? Is it fine, Shiva?
Yeah, Karthik, I was about to ask you one more thing. Like when you said real-time projects, we use enums, right?
Yes.
So can you just quote some simple example that everyone can understand? Like if you have anything in a mind. Yeah.
Okay, I'll just show my real-time project itself, which I am working actually.
Yeah, that would be great.
So I have this particular, I mean, if you don't understand anything, that is fine. Just pay attention to this. So we have something called webhook enum, right? We have two enum declared here, active and inactive. And as we saw in the previous examples, we declare integer, we declare a constructor, and we just pass this value here. So what in this project, what we are trying to achieve is like uh, every time we want to save this particular webhook in our database, we don't want to save this particular active or inactive, right? For example, in the future, if I want to change this active to some other value, like active webhook, that is also possible. You can, because if you have some huge number of rows in your database, and if you want to change everything from active to active webhook, so it's kind of it's going to be very costly operation, right? You don't want to do that. If you want to do some future what to say, changes in your project, if you want to maintain your project, if the requirement changes, it's kind of very annoying to do maintenance in a database, actually. As I said previously, it's kind of very useful when you want to convert something from one form to another form using enum itself. What I'm doing is like instead of saving this active and inactive status in the database, I'm saving this value itself in database 1 and 2, right? How we are saying there's something called converter class here. You don't, if you, I'm very sure you'll not understand something like this. If you go here, there is something called convert to database here. So what just understand what this thing will do is like it will take that particular thing like active or inactive, it will convert into 0 and 1 and it will directly save in the database, right? That's the thing it's trying to do. So what we are achieving is like, so every time when active comes, active state we have to save in database, it will save as 1. Every time inactive states come into database, it will save as 2. So by that way, even if you are going to modify some values here, instead of active I'm saying active webhook or inactive webhook, it's not going to affect much in our database because we don't change these values, we are changing only 1 and 2 values here, right? And in future if you want to add one more thing, I can go and add like this, right? Active, inactive, I can just say idle, I'll just give number 3, right? So I can go and add like this because adding something like this is a super useful, right? In future I'll have some status called idle and I can just assign a value 3, and in future whatever status in the database it's idle, I can just use this number 3 and save there, right? So adding in a number of things in future is also very super easy when using enum. So that's the whole point here, right? Adding something is very easy and maintaining something is very easy. That's the main example of enum actually. So fine, is that fine?
Yeah, got it.
So one more thing with enum is like you don't have to have this enum in a separate file like this. You can put it in a class itself. For example, I can just copy this. Again, I can put it here. I can just delete this main method actually. So that is also possible. You can have enum inside a class itself. It will work like whatever we had like previously. We have this day of the week here, right? So we have this entire enum here. We'll just try to delete this enum itself actually. Try to delete this. So if I try to run this user now, so it is still running because enum is present inside this user class itself. So enum can be declared or maintained in a separate class, or it can be inside a class itself. That is the whole idea. All right. So like, shall we move on to next topic?